Yay Networks.
Hey y'all, welcome to Life with the Lindseys. My name is Heather.
And what's up, yo? This your boy Cornelius.
Yes, I'm so excited you landed on our podcast and your life is pretty much going to be changed.
Yes, man. If you're looking for something real, relevant, and authentic, then you landed on the right place. Hey, here's the thing. We about to get going right now. So y'all tune in, buckle up, sit back, get ready for the show. Here we go.
What's up, everybody?
Hey y'all, welcome to Life with the Lindseys. My name is Heather.
My name is Cornelius.
And we just had...
Obviously, our last names are Lindsay, and this is our life.
So y'all, we just had our 12-year anniversary.
Yep. We celebrated. It was dope.
I know. We've been together for 14 years. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? Like, that's a really long time.
I know. Everybody kept looking at us. We were at this really dope resort, right? And everybody thought that we were dating.
Yep. People were asking me, like, is that your husband or, like, your boyfriend?
They thought I was her boyfriend. And then when we tell people, it's like, no, we're celebrating our anniversary. They were like, oh, great. They thought we were going to be like, oh,
like,
sorry.
You guys are newlyweds. We got a lot of newlyweds.
It is like, oh, you guys must be newlyweds. Look at you. Like, no, we've been married for 12 years. And people were like, the shock on their face was like, you're lying. It was like, yeah, we've been together for, like, you have 3 kids.
They didn't believe me.
Yeah, we got 3 doggone kids.
Like, we have grown kids, and they're all out of the house, and I'm really struggling with that.
Okay, well let's get perspective to that, because people gonna really think we got grown kids. Our kids are 9, 7, and 4, guys.
So,
and when she said they're out of the house, that means they're all in school now, which is amazing, which is great.
This close to pulling up to Roman school and pulling him out.
Okay, let's not do that.
I did want him to go to school today.
I know you didn't. We had that conversation, but out of all the things, out of all the great decisions that you're going to make today, let's not make that one, because that one won't be a good one. He needs to go to school. Isn't the house just so much quieter with him gone?
But it's freaking everybody out.
No, it's not. It's not freaking me out.
So it's saying she misses Roman. Mimi's misses Roman.
I'm not. Do you want somebody running up to you every 15 minutes talking about I want apple juice.
He does bypass everybody.
I want apple juice. I want apple juice.
I know, but
no,
he's my little sweet boy.
No,
I miss him.
No, the little curly haired boy need to be in school. If you were the rest of the kids, rest of the children. We celebrated 12 years of marriage, and you know how that goes. My wife wants to talk about what we learned 12 years.
Wow. The division.
There's no division. It's just that, you want.
So I want to talk about the top 12 things that I've learned in our marriage.
Okay. Top 12. So it's top 12 things you've learned.
No, we have learned.
Oh, okay.
We've learned.
Okay. All right. So I don't know. I guess you start. I don't have a list.
I don't have a list either. This is just off the top of the head.
This is off the cuff, off the dome.
Okay.
Off the dome.
The first thing I've learned is you can't change your spouse.
Ooh, that's a big one, because you tried for years to change me.
Oh, and you tried for years to change me.
Absolutely not.
You're so full of crap.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
really?
Not.
I
tried to change you.
Maybe you used to ask me to like wear these like shirts that went all the way up my neck and be covered from head to toe.
No, I did not.
In the beginning, you did, because you were like, "You're gonna be a first lady."
No,
you were putting pressure on me to be somebody.
I just thought those shirts. I thought they were classy. I thought St. John's outfits were classy. Remember?
You were 22. Like, why do you want me to dress like an old lady?
I can't help the environment I was in at the time was like old school, and and then most of like the women, they wore these blouses that went all the way up. I mean, it was like a flower. It's like their head was blooming out of their shirt.
All right.
It was like their head was blossoming outside of
y'all
the
understand.
shirt.
Well, I just be minding my business, and I get a text from this one talking about, hey, go online and look at what this lady, she had to be like 70, has on. Look what she's speaking in.
No, come on, babe. I thought it was classy. Remember, I tried to buy you those Hillary Clinton pearls, and you were like, "What? I wear no pearls."
No, I don't wear pearls. That's just not my personality. But there was this pressure, because I like to be trendy, and I'm very boho. I like, dresses, and I dress differently. I don't dress when I was 20. I was 26. Yeah, I was like 26. I didn't want to dress like that. I wanted to be myself.
And you did. I feel like you were still yourself.
There was definitely some pullback there.
Come on.
Baby, if I'm saying it, what does that mean?
That means that you think it's true.
That means that it is true.
That means it is true.
So when I say I can't change my spouse, it's just, I feel like sometimes we get into a marriage relationship and they become like our project, right? And this is especially for, ladies. this could be an issue for men too.
More so for women.
Yeah, but it's a men issue too. Cause
Yeah,
I
more
have
so for
friends
women.
Where, you know,
Yeah, the
the
ladies.
husband is
We
trying to
let's
do
talk to the
that,
women.
trying
Yeah.
to change. Baby,
I'm just playing.
that's
Go
like
ahead.
so rude. Okay, so
That's like so rude.
anyway,
Well, you're saying like for the ladies, sometimes the men can do it too and trying
Yeah.
to change your spouse.
exactly.
Because I mean, we can talk about ways that you want to change me.
Right. So the ways I wanted to change him was I wanted his quiet time to look like mine.
You did? I never knew
did.
that.
I did. Like, I wanted to have quiet time together because I had this idea in my head, like, oh, we're going to pray together every day.
Really?
Yes. And I don't expect you to dance and skip around or anything like that.
What
but
did you expect?
for us to sit and have Bible study together probably every day.
Oh gosh.
Right. Which is not, I mean, if you're married, you understand different schedules, different, whatever. I wake up at 5 a.m. and pray. That's just like my time that I get up, and that's the time I have with the Lord. And my husband's not up then, right?
No. I mean, if I am, I'm probably going to the gym. But I feel like if the Lord doesn't sleep or slumber, then why? I mean, I should get my rest. Praise the Lord. He woke.
I just liked that time. But that was one area. Another area in the beginning is I wanted you to be a lot more affectionate. Like, I wanted you to be more touchy-feely. And I was like, well, I'm just going to nag him until he changes. And that didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
It's like when I
had a touch aversion. I'm healed now.
Amen.
Yeah, definitely had a touch aversion.
But in the beginning you did. And so it's throughout the years when I stepped back and I stopped trying to force different areas, I felt like it came naturally. Like you are more affectionate now. I mean, you are totally more affectionate than you've ever been.
Yeah.
Right? But I wanted it so much in the beginning that it became a stumbling block. Like, I'd get frustrated, I'd get mad. And then I realized I can't wrap so much of how I'm feeling based on his affection or not, or my quote unquote love language.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like nobody wants to touch a nagger. The Bible
that's
says
real.
it 3 times. Like, I'd rather be in a desert. I'd rather be in the corner of a tin roof. Like, I'd rather fry to death than to be around a nagging wife or a nagging partner, a nagging spouse, whatever it is. So, but yeah, that's number 1. You had number 2? Because you
got number 2.
Oh, I got number 2?
Yeah.
What was number 1?
You can't change your spouse, so let it go.
Man, you took a good one.
Let it go. Let it
Well,
go.
number 2 is let it go. There it is. Thank you. Number 2 is let it go. Don't hold on to crap. Just let it go.
Come on.
It's not even that deep. Most of the crap that we argued about over the past 12 years, like, I can't even look back and remember like half of the crap we used to argue about, because it was just so petty. But yeah, if you're out there, you've been married for a couple of years. It almost seems like in the beginning, every argument is a big argument.
Yeah,
and you don't know like if you're gonna make it through the argument.
That's
because
real.
everything is everything is big.
Yeah.
Everything is huge. Like, and then, you start arguing about, it's like in every new season, it's like different arguments. Because when you first get married, you have this argument. You may argue about living together if you've never lived together. Because now you're starting to see different things in people. Like, maybe he doesn't pick up behind himself, or, maybe she wastes things everywhere. Like, it all depends. And then when you have kids, you start to argue with the kid about the kids, like about your different parenting styles. And I don't care how much premarital counseling you go through. Yeah. We went through all that stuff. Y'all, it's still gonna be an argument. So I just think letting it go. But when I say let it go, I don't mean to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, don't suppress it.
That's not what I mean. When I say let it go, I mean let it out.
Yeah.
You have to talk about it, but you have to be able to talk about it in a respectful way that you both can be able to communicate and understand. If you can't do it together, then you need to find a mediator so you can talk through someone, and that person can relate better with your spouse than you can.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. That's really good. So
thank you.
Letting it go is key, because you can't move forward in the future if you're holding on to the past. And we're all changing, we're all growing, we're all evolving, we're all getting better. So you've got to let it go. I agree. I would say the third one is don't tell nobody your business.
Don't tell nobody what?
Don't tell nobody your marriage business unless it is a therapist.
Yeah, that's true.
And listen, I know this is hard because some of you are like, well, my mentor or they're going to favor one of you guys over the other, especially if this is a mentor. You've had this mentor when you were single, right? So they might be really biased, and you have to be careful, because they're gonna choose your side and choose you. And what happens is you begin to share your hard times and your trials and your pits with this person and they begin to create an image of your spouse. And then what happens when you guys recover and they're not there for the recovery? You're not sharing how great the recovery is. You're not sharing how great your marriage is. You just share the hard times with them.
Yeah.
And they begin to create this image and they just don't let it go. So any advice that they might have might be negative.
Yeah.
They might tell you even to leave your marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and in some cases, I know that some people do need to leave, like, there's certain cases, and we know that we're not even getting into all that right now, but I feel like you have to be mindful with your wise counsel. That's why I love like therapy. Just
yeah. I mean, not you know, you have to be wise with your wise counsel. You got to be wise with your therapy. You got to be wise with all those people, and you also have to be wise about your teeth. Come on, y'all. Can we talk about this? You know, making sure that you wear night guards, because if I don't know about you, but if you've ever been around somebody, or maybe you grind your teeth in your sleep, or you're clenching your jaw during the day, like that's having different effects upon your mouth and on your teeth. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's estimated that 1/5 people grind their teeth in their sleep, or they clench their jaw during the day. And you know, we want to make sure that you understand that there's a common cause of grinding and day clenching, and that's stress. So tie in common stressors that, you know, when you are going through different things in your life and you're trying to tie in this and the kids and everything else, you are stressed out. Yeah, so you're starting to grind your teeth. You're starting to, you know, you're starting to clench your jaw during the day, and clenching and grinding results in wearing down of the tooth enamel, also cracked teeth, chipped teeth, and also can lead to infection. And the enamel doesn't grow back.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, our teeth are important. Just think about it. The average cosmetic fix for a tooth crown is $800 to $3,000 per tooth. Replacing all your teeth with implants is $7,000 to $90,000, and veneers is $400 to $2,500 per tooth, unless you're going somewhere else out of the country and you about to play with your life doing all that kind of stuff. But the great thing is, you know, you can get custom night guards from Smile Brilliant as low as $45 per guard. Reorders as low as $25 per guard.
I love that, y'all. Now we want you guys to go to smilebrilliant.com/LWL. That's smilebrilliant.com/LWL for 20% off, y'all. And that's your discount code, which is pretty amazing. The thing is, they not only have like the mouth guards, but they have custom fitted teeth whitening trays, whitening gel, electric toothbrushes, water flosser, and so much more.
Yeah. So go to Smile Brilliant, BRILLIANT, smilebrilliant.com, and you get 20% off using our discount code LWL. Again, smilebrilliant.com, 20% off using our code LWL.
But I just want to like preface, you know, you can't tell everybody your business. I remember there's this one woman who's older than me, and I wanted to just get wise counsel from her. And so I just gave her a little bit of information just to see what she would do with it. And she didn't do too good with it. I mean, she was like dragging you, and it wasn't even a big deal. It wasn't even a big situation. And she's just like, you need to leave him. And I'm thinking like, I'm a newlywed. We just got married last year. And you're telling me to leave him over something. It was so simple. It was something like, you didn't clean up after yourself, or just something really simple. And I realized, I can't talk to you. I can't get advice from you because you're not in a good place. She'd been divorced a couple times. You're not in a good place to give advice, but she was remarried. But still, I was like, this is not it's not a safe place for me. So it's good to test people out and really just ask God, like, Lord, send me some people that can give me, sound godly advice.
Yeah. And if you're looking for people like that, like I think one of the main ways you know is you get around people who are mostly encouraging and they seek solutions. Not everybody's like that, unfortunately. Most people, they're very hard line. They're like, nope, there's no grace, there's no nothing. It's just, just leave. So, really finding those people who can provide the grace and all those things that are needed. And I think if I had a number 4, it would be to have a lot of grace in your marriage.
Yeah.
And to have a lot of grace with your spouse. Knowing that you are going to go through things, knowing that everything is not going to be perfect. Like one of the things that we have to remember, we remind ourselves in our marriage, is that we are human.
Yeah.
I'm human. She is human. And we're human. We're having a very humanistic experience. We won't always get it right. But, we're always working to be better. But you have to give each other grace.
Yeah. No, that's real. Gracing each other is real because you're going to need grace throughout your marriage because you're both growing. You guys are changing. You're evolving. You're going through things. You're going to need to just be kind to each other. And that takes me to number 5. Y'all are on the same team.
Yeah.
Like you guys, and you have to guard your heart and even ask the Lord, like, are we divisive in our marriage? Like, has there been division? What has tried to tear us apart? Because the enemy's goal is to tear you apart in your marriage, to divide, to confuse, to bring, something. That's exactly what happened in the garden with Adam and Eve. Confusion came and then sin entered. So it's almost like you have to ask yourself, like, is there division in my marriage? Like, what's trying to keep us apart? Is it money? Is it sex? Is it other friendship? Is it unhealthy relationships? Like, what is trying to keep us apart?
Yeah.
And let's guard our heart from that thing and realize we're on the same team. Like, we're not on opposite teams. We're not enemies. Like, we're in this together. And the thing is, the Bible says, how can two walk together unless they agree? Y'all need to, it's so important that you're walking together towards a goal because 2 can take on 10,000.
It's one can take on 1,000, but 2,
come on,
they say 10,000. Come on, somebody. And and I think if it goes further than that, and with the next one, number 6, I would say number 6 is learn to have fun together. And I think that's something. I think that's a big one that is lost in a lot of marriages today because everything is always serious. Yeah. But you had fun while you were dating, and then life is just not fun anymore. Because now you got bills and now you got kids and now you got sports and now you got this and now you got that and you have all these things to get in the way. And, one of the things that my wife and I, we were away for 5 days,
it was
on
dream.
a great time. I mean, we laughed the whole time.
We laughed, cried
laughing. We had, because we have our own talks, if you're married out there, you understand, like we have our own, like we give each other a look across the room and like, we already know what we meaning by what we say. We'll look at somebody and be like, look at that person. It's just that, but we have a good time. And then we tried a lot of new things together.
We tried so many new things.
We tried new things and just laughed and just enjoyed the moment of trying new things and meeting new people and doing them together. And I feel like that keeps the marriage, it keeps it fresh because you get a chance to kind of get outside of the kids and everybody. And if you're out there and you're like, I don't know, I can't leave my kids. Like y'all, you better get it together because one day they're going to leave you.
Yeah.
Like one day your kid's going to walk in and be like, I'm moving.
Oh my gosh, don't say that, baby.
Child, they going to move. And I'm going to be happy when they do. God bless you. Don't let the doorknob hit you or the good Lord split you. But they're going to leave. That's what they're supposed to do. We're raising them to be independent and to have a sense of interdependence. And so that's what we want them to do. And they're going to, and it's good. Like that's what we want them to do. So, I just see so many older married couples. It's like the kids have left and they're like, so what we do? I'm going to go get another job because I don't want to be around you. Yeah. And it's like, we had somebody who actually said that.
And we're just like, well, we've worked together for 12 years.
And she's like, what? Like you ain't killed him yet? And it's just like, well, we've been having new experiences and traveling together and learning together and growing together. So by the time we get older, it's like, girl, let's go somewhere else. Let's just go over here. Let's go have fun. Yeah. So, get into that rhythm of really doing something together and exploring new things, new opportunities.
I love that. Okay. Number 7, no secrets.
No secrets.
I think that's a big one because I feel like secrets open up the door to other hidden things, right? So if you're keeping things from each other constantly, if you feel like you have to like be sneaky or hide or keep, like it's going to take away the security of the marriage. Yeah. And security is like, especially for women, like our number one need. We need to feel like we can, trust our spouse. Right. So if there's secrets and there's like, you guys are keeping things from each other, like it brings division, I feel like, into the marriage. Yeah. So with that, I want to pair that with vulnerability. It's so important that you're vulnerable with each other, and it might take some time to get there. Right. But if you're withholding so many things and you're not being vulnerable in your marriage, like I feel like it leaves the door open for the enemy to come in and attack your marriage.
Come on, enemy coming in and attacking.
Don't let him. Don't let him. No secrets.
They said don't.
Seriously,
that was an old
you have
song.
to say, all right, is there, like we actually had to sit down and do that in our marriage. We had to say, like, is there anything that I need to know? You know what I mean? And just like.
We did that?
We did. Oh. Where it's just like, I want to know about your past. You're like, I want to know about your past. So we just had like a heart to heart, and we shared our crap. You know what I mean? And
I ain't have no crap.
You're right. You were totally perfect.
Totally perfect. I was a saint.
You was.
I was a
Indeed.
saint. I was a saint heathen. If there was a saint of hedonism, then that's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Yes, let's
we're not
leave
gonna
that one.
say
Yeah,
that.
we're not gonna do that.
But you know what?
I
just feel like I need to book you a
I do
therapy
that.
appointment after you saying that.
It'd be do what?
A therapy appointment.
Oh gosh, I'm supposed to have one of those today, aren't I?
I know. I'm so. Oh, what time is your therapy
I
appointment?
have no idea. She didn't respond, so sorry.
All right.
Oh,
So
darn.
one of our favorite sponsors is BetterHelp.
BetterHelp. Come on, BetterHelp.
You like that transition?
I love that transition. Come on, BetterHelp. And this is BetterHelp. BetterHelp. I've had people like, oh, you're talking about better health. No, BetterHelp. 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 And you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You take care of your car. You take care of your clothes. You take care of your shoes. Taking care of all these things, but are you taking care of your mental health? Are you dealing with your trauma? If you have sleeping problems, if you have family issues, if you have all these other things going on in your life, like it's time for you to stop long enough, to just yield long enough to take care of those things. And there are plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps. There's also BetterHelp online therapy. You don't have to go sit down in a room anymore. Like this is 2022, y'all.
Yeah.
We can get on a video chat with somebody and be able to talk out some of our issues. And when you get tired of them, you just close down the computer. It's just that easy. You got to storm.
Paying for it.
You paying for it.
So stay on.
You paying, but look, but it's your money.
Yeah.
I'm saying, because before, if you just sit in the office, like you got to storm out of the office and slam the door. This time I got to do nothing but just clink, close the computer and just move on. Yeah, but BetterHelp, our sponsor, BetterHelp, we have been with them for years now. And let me tell you something. We send everybody we know to BetterHelp. And I don't believe that we have ever had anybody to come back and tell us, oh, I never liked the service. They probably wanted to change their therapist.
Which is fine.
Fine.
Yeah, I had to change mine a couple times. And
Yeah,
I found
but you find the right one
yeah.
that you want, and then you move forward.
You guys, our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Lindseys. That's betterhelp.com/Lindseys.
Yes, and Lindseys is LINDSEYS. BetterHelp, HELP.com/Lindseys.
All right.
I don't even know what number we're on.
So we're on number 8.
Number 8.
We're on number 8. So it's your turn because mine was no secrets.
Oh my gosh. Number 8.
Give it to me.
Did I already say have fun?
Yep, you already said learn how to have fun and try new things.
Have fun and try new things. Ugh, I shouldn't have put those two together. I should have kept one up. 12 years. What is another thing I've learned?
Come on.
I think being able to celebrate the opposite. Like celebrate
Opposites attract.
Yeah, be able
like
to celebrate those things about your spouse that are different.
Yeah.
I think that closely ties into you can't change your spouse.
Wait, can you celebrate me real quick? Tell me, I want to hear.
What? How different you are?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're. I mean, we're night and day.
Okay,
you
well,
are,
give them examples.
Okay, my wife is a vegan, like hardcore vegan, but she's not just a vegan. She's a vegan that doesn't eat stuff that normal vegans eat. So when we go to a restaurant, she's like, yes, hi, yes, I want to know, do you have mushrooms? And they're like, yes, we have shiitake. We also have they're like, no, I don't eat shiitake mushrooms. I don't eat portobello mushrooms. And
I eat portobello sometimes.
She's like, well, I don't eat beans. I don't eat broccoli. I don't eat cauliflower. I don't eat this.
I don't.
So I'm just like,
I'm a picky vegan.
So they're just sitting there just like, well, ma'am, we have a salad in the back.
I'm like, I don't want a salad. I want you to be creative.
Like,
don't insult me.
Girl, you. So, I mean, my wife is vegan. We already talked about her quiet time. Her quiet time is, but most of your life is like really loud and, just very, very colorful and very active. But that's why when I first met you, I called you Sunshine because you brought sunshine into my life. When we first got married, I remember you walked into, it was my house at the time, but you walked into the house and I remember you opened up every window.
It was
Not every
so
window, but you
dark.
opened up all the curtains. And I was just like, what the heck are you doing?
It's like, it's so dark in here.
I never opened the curtains.
And I was
Never.
like, let's tear down this wall and put a big window up and let tons of natural light
I
come in.
remember that. I was like, no,
You
we're
were,
not
like,
doing any of
stressed
that.
out.
Yeah. Remember you tried to paint the bedroom wall.
I didn't try to. I did.
You painted it canary yellow.
I
Remember
did.
that?
I did.
And I was like, what
And
the freak?
I would never do that now, but I remember back then I was like, we need some sunshine in this house. Like, we need some like happy and a little
I
more
was like,
excitement.
why in the freak is it
joy.
canary yellow?
Yep.
I was freaking out.
I know. And you came home and you're like, why is the room yellow? It was yellow and white.
It was yellow and white.
So I had like white curtains and like white bedding. The whole bed was white, and then like a white fluffy carpet. Like, it was very bright and happy when you walk in there.
Yeah. And
And I was like, you just need some joy.
yeah. And I'm a sales rack type of guy. My wife, she doesn't check the prices on anything.
Yeah.
On anything. She's the person who just grabs the truffle oil off of the shelf, and I look at her and I say, hey babe, that's $40. Let's put that one back. Let's get the one that's 14. And so, but we
You
make it
notice
work.
who else is like that?
Taylor. I know.
Taylor.
So I
She
guess it's
don't
just
look,
a lady
y'all,
thing.
She don't look at nothing.
She don't look at nothing.
And Logan hates to shop, so you won't find him shopping at all anywhere. He
And
just
Roman probably ain't gonna go.
right. Actually, no. Roman likes to throw stuff in the cart too.
Oh,
he shops
Lord.
like that. He doesn't care. He doesn't
Wow.
look at the prices either.
Well, praise the Lord.
I know. All
Your
right.
turn.
Number 9. I'm not going to say lower, but I am going to say adjust your expectations.
How about just get rid of them altogether?
Yes, that's good. Get rid of your expectations,
Yeah.
because expectations breed frustration,
Come on.
especially if they're unmet. And if we have this big laundry list, if my husband has a laundry list of everything I'm not and everything I need to do, that's going to make me feel a lot of pressure. I'm going to feel like I work for him. Like, oh, I'm not going to be enough if I don't knock off all these things on the list. If I don't do this, if I don't do that, I'll feel constantly overwhelmed and stressed out that I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to feel that pressure. Like, nobody wants to feel like, like I have this critical spouse who's just telling me everything that I'm not.
Yeah.
So instead, just laugh, have fun together, like adjust your expectations. Yes, communicate. And we can make communication probably number 10, or I'll make it my next one. But I think when I started to adjust my expectations and said, okay, like my husband's a whole person. Like, Heather, you got to start being fair, because I was so hard, and I can be so hard on you because I'm super hard on myself. And very critical. So I realized like I need to get rid of my expectations so I can enjoy my marriage. I only have one, and I only have one life too, and I want to enjoy it. I don't want to live stressed out nonstop about everything I need to change or everything I need to do.
Yep. I love that. And then if I had the next one, I would say the word that I'm trying to use is the word that's coming up is improvise, but it's not improvise. It's not the word I'm trying to use. The word I'm trying to use is delegate.
Delegate.
That's what it
Come
is.
on.
Delegation.
Come
And
on.
that goes hand in hand with expectations.
Come on.
So for example, if you have this expectation, I'm talking to the husbands now, if you have this expectation that, oh, I want my wife to make me a home cooked meal every night. That is a big expectation.
Yeah, that's a big one.
If she's also, working outside of the home and stuff like that, like I get it. I get traditional home roles and all that kind of stuff. And here's the thing I have to say about that. All that traditional home roll stuff is great, but if you're not living traditionally,
Come on.
then them traditional home rules, Kate, they don't really merge too well into this modern day society
At all.
So, unless brothers, your wife is sitting at home all day and she wants to be able to cook for you, but then even throwing in there, she has her kids all day long.
She's tired.
And it's a lot going on. That's
lot
hard
going on.
work. So I think delegate. I think being able to notice where your strengths and where your weaknesses are. Like, life changed for us, and when we were able to, get home cooked meals.
Yeah.
Just were already prepared, just get them sent to the house and just get them made.
Yeah.
Or just have them. Life changes when you're able to just, get a chef. Somebody
Yeah.
who can cook for you at the house.
Yeah.
Or finding somebody who can come and do the deep cleaning.
Yeah.
If you're, I'm OCD and oh my goodness, I like my stuff to be clean all the time. Well, why don't you hire a chef? Hire a maid who comes in and cleans, twice a
And
month or something like
save
that.
yourself 10 hours a week. It's just like something. it's
Yeah.
like, what can you do with that 10 hours now?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
delegate. Learn how to
That's a
delegate.
word.
And don't just put it all on each other. And look at it like this, fellas, because I know how practical we can be.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is an organism, but it has organization. The same way that your corporation that you run or the corporation you work with, that it is an organism, but it has organization. The same way the church you run, pastor, it's an organism, but it has organization. So if you're pastoring a church or you're running a business and you're noticing that there's a problem in one of the departments, what do? You bring in you either go in and fix the problem, or you bring in a new hire who can take care of the situation. You delegate the responsibility and you give them the authority so that they can be able to run and do what they need to do. Like, one of the things is, I'm thankful, we found this, and from our sponsor, by Forager Project, the organic plant-based creamery, but even being able to use Forager, like for our kids, was it was a game changer. But you have to learn how to delegate. Now, Forager Project's new dairy-free kids yogurt is a must for your kids' back to school lunchbox or a snack. Like we just said, all 3 of our kids are in school now.
Yep.
So to be able to throw this into, our youngest one, Roman, absolutely loves it. To be able to throw this into their lunch, it is a lunchbox, absolutely amazing. But they're 100% organic cashew milk yogurt, comes in a convenient pouch, and is packed with probiotics, calcium, and vitamins, so you can feel great about a healthy, packable snack on the go. To find these delicious kids yogurts near you, visit ForagerProject.com. Don't worry, I'm going to spell that for you. You can also learn more about the kids line and their other plant-based products. Your kids will thank you. Again, it is Forager Project. That is FORAGER Project. FORAGER Project.com. Y'all better get this. It's convenient.
Do you have a code for them?
On the go. No code.
Okay.
Yep. It's convenient. It's on the go.
Oh, I love
that means
it.
no mess. That means they can just grab it and take it with them. They got the probiotics, the vitamins they need, and the minerals.
So the crazy thing is, we got some in the mail, y'all, and we put them in the fridge, and Roman asked for them right away.
He did.
Fell in love with the mango one. He kept asking for more. We're like, we don't have any more. We need to order more.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, you have something with no artificial flavors, or no crazy ingredients and no sweeteners. Like, that's absolutely amazing. So again, y'all, ForagerProject.com, FORAGER Project.com.
Yes, sir.
So you were doing number 10. I think you said communication.
Yes, y'all.
Because I was listening.
Communication is
that's
key.
The next one.
I think that's an area we really struggled with for a long time, was communication, because I felt like I was
Maybe I struggle with it the most.
Really?
Maybe I struggle with it the most. I guess we both struggle with it.
Because I'll be thinking I'm saying one thing, but then like you take it completely around the corner down the block. And I'd be like, wheel it back in. That's not what I meant. Like,
I think yeah. And that's a big part of communication is listening.
Yeah.
And we don't all hear the same.
Yeah. Based on our trauma.
Yeah. And you will say something. And so I would have to explain to my wife, because she'll say something and then I get defensive.
Yeah.
And when I get defensive, it's all over. Like, it's,
well, it used to be all over.
Yeah, it used to be all over. I'm not that guy anymore. Praise the Lord. Anymore. But even like if I was out in public and somebody says something to me that was disrespectful, that triggered something, it's all, when I black out, it's done. But when she would say something to me, it's like I would become defensive. Mm-hmm. So then when I finally was able to put words to my feelings and my emotions, I could tell her, like, well, I get defensive because I heard this. Mm-hmm. And then I would say it back to you and you would say, oh, that's not what I meant.
Right.
And I'm like, well, that's doggone sure how I took it. And, and that hurt.
No, babe, that's not what I meant.
Yeah. So I think that communication piece is huge.
Oh, 100%. I think so too. Like, just, and I think what's helped us is saying, okay, repeating back what we're hearing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I would say something and then you would repeat it back. I was like, no, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant whatsoever. Yeah. Right? And so just repeating it back to each other, like, hey, I heard you say this. Is this what you're saying? And just taking that moment, in the heat of the moment, just to slow down and say, what are you really saying and what am I really saying? And like, what's the goal of this conversation? Yeah. And
also knowing the speed of the communicator. Mm-hmm. Because like you've had to share with me, like, hey, you know what? I may not want to talk right now. I may not get it right now because I need to process. Isn't that crazy? Like Heather is the processor between us.
It's wild.
I process immediately.
But you used to not.
I process immediately.
You used to process for 2 days.
I used to be like,
get quiet.
Well, confession. I used to do that because I just didn't want to talk.
Okay. But now that's me. Somehow we swapped.
Yeah.
We swapped.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't want to say anything, so I'm just not going to do anything.
Right. So I would just not say anything to you. And then like you would be like, are we just going to not say anything to each other?
I'd be like, so what are we doing? So we
like,
just in the
how
house
long
together.
Are we just not
How long we going to do this?
Right. And I would
And you'd be like, I don't know.
I'd be like, well, I don't know what you want me to say.
What you want me to say? I'm like, girl.
And you would be
Girl.
like, I want to just talk. And I'm just like, well, I don't have anything to say right now. Like I'm still processing.
That ain't how you used to say it though. That is not how you say. You like, well, I have nothing to say. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, whatever. Like,
we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
I'm ready to talk about it right now.
And see, with me, I'm ready to talk about it right now.
Y'all,
I'm pulling you up on the carpet.
He was not like this.
I'm like,
in the
no,
beginning
we talking
of our
about this
marriage.
right now.
So in the beginning of our marriage, I want to talk about everything right then, and then you wanted days to process. And now
I just didn't feel like I didn't want to talk.
But now you love to talk, and I'm thankful though. I'm thankful.
Not just I don't even think it's not the fact I love to talk. It's just that I hate the drama.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, the older I get, I'm like,
come on.
What are we doing? Because in my head, I'm very analytical. In my head, it's like, so you gonna divorce me? If not, let's just talk. like if you are you gonna leave?
He goes there.
I do. I go there. Like, I say, are you gonna leave?
And I'm like,
You're
no.
like, so
what
why are we? So why
about?
are we ignoring each other? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Do you want pizza or not? Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
too old for this. We've been going through this
Yeah.
mountain way too many times. I'm not arguing with you.
We got such a stupid little spat on our vacay. It was so small and so dumb. And it's funny, like not even 2 minutes later, I went to the bathroom. He's like, am I waiting for you to go to the pool? And I was like, yep, hold on.
You were like, it's like, you was like, no, that's not what you said. I said, am I waiting for you? Am I waiting for you to go to the spa?
That's right.
And go to the pool. And you said, you said, I don't know. It's up to you. And I said, look, I'm not playing these games. Am I waiting for you or not? And you said, yes, you're waiting for me. I was like, okay. Golly.
You'd be proud because the old me was like, he can go. I'm good.
And then you would have been scared the whole time walking.
I know. I wouldn't have left. I would just stay in the room all day. But then we would have missed out on more memories. We had more fun together.
Oh, we did.
You know
we had fun. We got into the pool. It's like,
we got to the pool. We had fun. We were living our best life.
Living our best life. And then the last one. The last one is this is the last one, or is it two more?
No, 10 was communication.
So 11 would be listening.
Yeah.
And it's just real quick, y'all. It's part of communication, but it's just listening. And then being able to listen to, being able to respond to what was said and not what you heard. And so you have to be able to, it takes work, but you have to be able to talk to somebody and say, okay, so what did you hear?
Yeah.
What did you hear that I said?
Yeah.
Or what part of what I said hurt you? Because it definitely hurt me, or that part hurt. So you have to be able to talk about that.
Yeah. No, that's good.
And the last one.
Deal with your childhood trauma.
Deal with your childhood trauma.
Get some help.
BetterHelp.com.
Get therapy. Go on marriage. Come on our marriage retreat. We're gonna be talking about childhood trauma.
Oh, we are gonna be talking
You know
about
what I
that.
mean?
Come on our marriage retreat.
Come on, get some help. Like, don't be out here talking about, well, the way I was raised, my mama did. Or if mama was trauma, then you pass on that generational curse right on into your marriage, and you pass on to your children. So like, it's time to heal.
Yep.
In order to have a healthy marriage, you have to heal, y'all. Like,
That's
we can't walk around here suppressing our whole life.
That's right. You can be just like what my wife said to my son. Well, my mama did this. Well,
Mama was wrong.
Yeah, mama was wrong, and it's okay for you to admit that mama was wrong. Yeah. It's all right for you to admit that daddy was wrong. It's all right for you to admit that grandmama was wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry for you to admit that. It's just to move forward. But thank y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Y'all always with us, rocking with us. We appreciate it. Shared us with that married couple right now who's going through, who's like 12 years. I ain't gonna make no doggone 12 years. I'm on 2, and we barely hanging on by a thread.
Burly.
And I just let you know, we've been there. Those first 2 years were hell. So we've been there. We've been through practically everything. So we get it. But y'all stay strong. We love y'all.
We love y'all.
Introducers, we out.
Hello.
Bye.